Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 4 of the NBA 2K19 My League here with your Vancouver Ravens. Today is another big episode for us as we got to go through a lot of processing, and that's of course rebuilding. Well, not really rebuilding, still building up a good team. As unfortunately last year we lost the lottery. We didn't get the first overall pick, so unfortunately we did not get Zion Williamson or RJ Barrett or any of those guys, but we did get Darius Garland, which is still really great to have. I think he's going to be potentially a great, as you guys can see there, a good three-point shooter, and I'm hoping that he's able to get to that point of time where he's able to be the 1 and 2 punch with DeAndre Ayton. So we got a lot of big things. DeAndre Ayton, he's up to doing he's free agent next year, but for right now, we got a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of picks for next year. We got the Hornets, we got the Jazz, and we got ourselves. And then we're kind of trail off for the next couple seasons. So we're looking pretty good as a team. We got $20 million in cap space, but the team is looking good. Here is the rotations that I set up. Darius Garland, we're not having Jorzy there. We're going to be having Holiday, and then Garland will be our shooting guard because Darius Garland can play both shooting guard and point guard. And Aaron Holiday, I loved him last year. He was one of my favorite players from last year. He had a great story. He was one of the guys that we were picking off one of the expansion drafts, and man, he turned out to be, or no, he was traded to us, and he's really turned out to be one of the bigger stars here on the team. And then Paul Millsap, one of our free agent acquisitions that we picked up on the team, and that's really it. So everyone else, Jersey's going to be playing 26 minutes around there, and then you got Bismack, and then Dellavedova, Wagner, and then Kirk Maz. So 3 big guys, 2 little guys for the shooting guards and point guard positions. So we're looking pretty good for the Vancouver Ravens this year. Same team, just Darius Garland and then Aaron Holiday in the starting position. So we're looking pretty damn good this upcoming season. I'm really excited to see what this team will bring, because I don't think we're going to be a playoff team. That's without a doubt. We're not going to be a playoff team for this year. And it's going to suck to be saying that, because I would love to be one of the best teams in the NBA right now, but we're not going to be able to do that. Have computer adjust rotation, yeah. Decline that. Kirk Kamals, Moritz Wagner has fully healed. Okay, have computer adjust the rotation. And look at that, we have not won a single game yet this season. 0-8. Wow, that's embarrassing. 1 win there. Aaron Holiday, no, we're not training Aaron Holiday. Oh, and Paul Millsap out with an injury. And I gotta say, last video was a very upsetting video because we were unfortunately not able to, of course, win win the lottery. And we got 7th overall selection, which ended up to be Darius Garland. And man, this is off to a rough start. 5-12. We lost every single game. 9.5 games back. Man, that was rough, if I say so myself. We lost Paul Millsap to an injury. That was rough. Darius Garland, look at that. 15.5 points per game in his rookie season. That is awesome. 19.5. Oh, yeah. Okay. You got CJ Miles, DeAndre Ayton's right back there, but he's like kind of that defender that we need him to be. But look at those rebounds. 11 rebounds per game. He's a beast. Paul Millsap's up there as well, 14 points. But man, the guy that takes the cake is Darius Garland, man. He is just ripping shit up. Field goal percentage is awesome. 3-point percentage is probably one of the best on the team, or near. 3-point attempts, 3-point percentage is pretty damn good as well. Like, I mean, nowhere near Holiday or Dellavedova, but, I mean, Dellavedova is a veteran in the league. So, man, we're seeing some development out of Darius Garland that I'm liking right now. He's improving as a player. As 19 years old, if he's able to play like that, 15 points per game, we're going to be seeing a prodigy here for our team. And I'm really excited to see what Darius Garland will be able to do for our team. If he's going to be able to play like that, fuck me, man. He's going to be a real good player to see over the next couple years, and see him potentially become a better player for us. CJ Miles. So we're starting to win a couple games. We're not doing too bad. I mean, we're going back and forth, 8-15, 9-15. So we're going back and forth on the wins and losses, but I don't think we're ever going to be able to shriek together an amount of wins to be making ourselves in the playoffs. And that sucks. That's the thing that sucks with this team, is that we're going to have to wait a lot of years before we're even close to being in playoff contention. So a lot of these videos will be going through quickly, getting through seasons pretty quick. We're probably going to do maybe 1 or 2 trades, and Millsap, CJ Miles might be on that trading block because a lot of people have been wanting them to be traded. We're not going to take any of those trades in the first place. CJ Miles out with another injury. Those guys, Millsap and Miles, seem to get a lot of injuries. We lost against the Wolves, and there we go. We'll pick the LaMelo Ball. See, I wouldn't mind LaMelo Ball. I don't think he's going to be a bad pick. I don't know who we're going to pick with our pick next year. It's going to be a real tough decision on what we do with our next year's pick. Because that is definitely a big-time draft for us. So let's see where we're sitting in divisional-wise. Last place. Definitely not sitting. Definitely not. And nowhere near of a comfortable spot. The worst team in the NBA. We are 12 losses. So we're not the worst team. We are actually the worst team. We're tied with Washington and Brooklyn. Charlotte. The Hornets, we have their pick. But isn't that protected, right? If I'm correct. View picks. Which pick? Yeah. Fucking hell, man. The one pick that we got was Hornets, but it's lottery protected. So we're going to lose that pick anyways. And then we have the Jazz's pick as well. So, I don't think we're going to be able to. Where's Jazz sitting at in the first place? I think Utah Jazz. Yeah, they're a pretty solid team, 18-17. So, yeah. Anyways, let's take a look at the season stats already. Darius Garland, still 15 points per game. He's a monster, man. He's a point-producing monster is what we want. Three assists per game. That's not that bad either. I mean, Aaron Holiday's being that big guy. DeAndre Ayton, 13 points per game. Paul Millsap's been a big player for us this year, and I think for that veteran experience, he's been a big player for us because you need that experience on a team like us, like a 34-year-old. He fits in perfect with our crowd and stuff like that. He's that type of player that we need. Now, is he going to be signing back here next year? I'm not too sure with that 1-year contract. Or are we going to trade him? I'm not too sure. We'll have to see what we do. Because he's probably going to want to win a championship. And I think our best thing to do is we keep him for that experience of this year. And we just get rid of him come towards trade deadline. And just kind of rip apart this team again. Get some more picks for this upcoming draft. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Because we want to go in strong with that draft again. Because we got a lot of good picks, as you guys can see. We got a lot of good picks. And Aaron Holiday, of course, is injured. So, I mean, it's a strong draft with a LaMelo Ball in there. I mean, he's nowhere near NBA ready. Probably none of these guys would be NBA ready. So we're going to really have to see what we do with our draft this upcoming year. Because are we going to go all for it? I would love to be in a playoff contention. That's why I wish we went after Victor Oladipo, or whatever the hell his name is. Broken Nose, Matthew Dellavedova. Bismack Biyombo, second in Batum. No, thank you. I'm good there. I don't need another player to replace Bismack Biyombo. No, we're not trading away Bismack. DeAndre Ayton, broken right finger. That's why we're keeping Bismack, because he's one of our bench players that we need on the team. And just the losses after losses, man. We're not able to string together anything. Millsap, we're not training with you, Millsap, right now. We're not able to get the consistent wins right now for our team. We're losing a lot. It is not going very well, and that's what you kind of expect from the Vancouver Ravens. And we really need to win the fucking lottery this year, because I swear to God, if we don't, I'm going to be pissed. I mean, we got a great pick in Darius Garland. I don't think I'm ever going to complain about that with Darius Garland. I mean, Zion Williamson would have been a better player. Like, no doubt about it. Like, Darius Garland would be up here if, of course, Zion Williamson wasn't up there. J.R. Morant or R.J. Barrett, who's playing like a fucking god, or any of these guys. But let's take a look. It's not player finder. Fuck, what am I trying to look at? What the fuck am I trying to do? Okay. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. conference. Where are we sitting at in the conference? We are bottom last, 15 and yeah, we're one of the worst teams in the league. One of the worst. That is sucks. With Darius Garland, 15 points per game. He's doing great, man. I'm really happy with his development and how well he's playing this year. I'm real happy with it. That's good. CJ Miles also up there. He's going to be a guy that I think we trade with Paul Millsap. Both of these guys will probably be the two guys that we do get rid of. So we could play some younger players like Furkan Korkmaz. We could play like Moritz Wagner. You could get in there. So you got some young kids that you could definitely throw in the lineup. Man, look at this kid, man. Adam Monkalal. I think if we could get him out of France, this could be a potentially good shooting guard. My contract is too new to be thinking about my next move. Like, this kid could potentially be a big thing in the NBA. Like, once we get him in, he could potentially become one of the best shooting guards with us. With how good he is already getting with a 76 overall, that's pretty goddamn good. I'm hoping we could get him out of Euro, and that's in like 2 years. So we're going to have to wait a bit for him. But let's keep on assimilating. Let's get on to the trade deadline, which I don't remember when it is. But I guess we'll just keep assimilating. I'm pretty sure it's right before Evan Fournier. No, I'm good. I don't want Evan Fournier. I remember Evan Fournier. I used to pick him up all the time, and he used to be like a beast fucking 3-point wise. I remember that shit. No, I really don't give a shit. Who? Tepic, Purvis, and we would trade away. No, we're not trading away any of our picks, man. None of our picks. Broken right finger. Okay. Oh my God, Millsap. Right before we trade you, you got injured. Of course. I think we're stuck with Millsap. I don't think we're gonna be able to trade him now. Fucking 8. Yeah. No offers for him. That sucks. We're not able to trade the one guy that we wanted to trade away. And now the only guy that we can trade away is CJ Miles, which I think is going to be the only player we're going to trade away this offseason. Because then Frank Korkmaz can get some time into that shooting forward position up at the starting floor. I think that's what we're going to do. I think everyone else we're going to mainly keep because everyone else is a solid player for the team and looking like a decent player for the team. So see if we could get any miles or any deals for CJ Miles. See if we could get like a pick or something out of him. And I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Everyone wants to trade us a player. Kenneth Farid. Second. Toronto Raptors give us Norman Powell, baby. Yeah, I would love him, but no. I'm always going to be favoring my old boys in Toronto, of course, because, you know, I love my boys. I think we're just going to trade to some random team because there's no one just giving us just a pure second. It's everyone just giving us a pick, which how do you fucking do a trade now? Oh my God, how do I not know how to do that? Trade finder, propose a trade. Oh my God, man, I just had the worst brain fart of my life. So CJ Miles, we're gonna get rid of. I don't know who, but we'll see. Who needs a small forward? We're just gonna look for a team that needs like a big time small forward. So I can't take a look at positional wise. Okay, small forward Bulls. Do you need one? 79 overall. Do you need like a backup one? Oh, you got Knox anyways, okay. The Cavaliers, you got LeBron. Okay, yeah, you guys are pretty loaded up with that small forward, but do you need a backup one? Oh, yeah, you guys need a backup small forward. The Cavaliers would be in contention. Can we get your guys' seconds? Just unprotected second, and then get, like, a player from you guys. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't mean no. I want the fucking Cavaliers, bro. I want the Cavaliers, dude. Jesus Christ, these complicating trading menus. Oh, we could get a fucking couple picks here. Get a second of that year. And a fucking second of the other year. We could just load up with second round draft picks for the next couple years for CJ Miles. Can we do that? Legal trade. Okay. Never mind, we cannot do a trade anyways. Okay, never mind, we can't do any trades. I thought we could, but I guess we're over the maximum allowed salary cap. So, we're good with that. We'll just keep CJ Miles. I don't think it's going to be a big deal anyways. No. We lost Paul Millsap to an injury anyways. We're not going to sign Paul Millsap. I think next year, with the way that we're going to be building up our team, because you got Darius Garland developing, you get everyone else developing. I think you bring up that big free agent. Like, you picked up Paul Millsap, yeah, but let's get the big fish this upcoming free agents. Let's take a look at someone that's gonna help our team out really good for this future of this team, right? That's what I want to look at. And having a guy that can change up the entire face of this team. That's what I want to bring into this team. Because DeAndre Ayton has been huge for us, and I think he's gonna be really one of the bigger players for our team, right? Without a doubt. And then you have Darius Garland, who's been playing like a madman this year with 16.5 points per game. He's gonna be getting to that point where he's gonna be able to get 20 points per game, right? That's gonna be an unbelievable stat. So I'm hoping we could keep seeing that mad development for oh my god, why am I fucking brain farting? Darius Garland. I'm hoping we can see that mad development from him. Now I do want to give a contract to Frank Kermaz because he's a nice young kid that I would like to keep on the team. So that's $13 million, 8% earlier bird, so we wouldn't have to pay him that much. So that's nice. So that means he would have a cap hit of $6 million. So that's what you want. And so said, can we get you a little bit lower? I'd just like to get you a little bit lower so we could go out there and spend a ton of money this offseason. He has accepted his offer. Tyler Jorsey, is he another? I haven't seen him develop very much, but I want to get everyone to an early bird rule. Like, just everyone that we are going to probably keep to just as early of a deal as we can get them to. Just a 1-year deal. We'll get you as low as we can. $3 million for Jersey. Yes, and he's accepted. And then Frank Jackson as well. We will get you to a early deal. Pay you cheap dollar, $3 million, same as Jersey, $3 million for 1 year. No, really? You're not gonna accept that? Okay. 3.25 for 1 year. Okay, and then we'll trade them later on. We're not gonna be signing CJ Miles. I think we're just gonna let him go. We're gonna let the young kids come in next year. And man, it's funny, man. We're getting through these years so fast, and I'm trying to figure out what I can do to make these videos a bit longer, because if you just fly right by them, but that's because there's nothing going on. We're literally watching this team lose. That's all we're doing. We're sitting here and we're watching our team lose a bunch of games, and it sucks. I don't like seeing our team lose a bunch of games every single year and not get any better than what we did last year. Which we are going to definitely do that. We are seeing a lot of development from the team, which is nice, and that's what you want to see from the team anyways. So, you're seeing a lot of good prospects as well up in here. And, man, we're just going to be filled with good prospects, bro. I'm excited for that upcoming draft. And I was really happy. Like, honestly, we got a good prospect last year. I think two best prospects. Even though, yeah, he was a European player, might be a little skeptical of him if he's going to actually jump over and play super good. We'll have to see how well he does. But Darius Garland has proved everybody wrong. That 7th round overall pick that we got, even though we lost the lottery and everything, proved to us that he's a really, really good pick. And I'm really happy with how he played this year. So hopefully we could do the exact same thing and get that good prospect again, because we've been real lucky with our prospects, right? We had DeAndre Ayton with our first ever pick, and man, that pick was just so good, and he's been the best player that we could ever ask for, right? We got lucky with DeAndre Ayton as he dropped back before we even thought he would drop back. So 22 wins this year. I think that's worse than last year. What was our last year record? We had 25 wins last year, so we could possibly get a little bit. Actually, we might actually not. If we don't win every single game right now, we need to win 2 more, and we'll tie last year's. No, a loss, and a win. So we did one thing better, or one thing worse than last year. So Russell Westbrook is your MVP, 29 points per game. What a beast. 9 points, or 9 rebounds, 9 assists. He was just the triple-double master this year. Zion Williamson, Played for the Detroit Pistons this year. He had 20 points per game, 9.5 rebounds. He was another beast. I wish we got him. RJ Barrett, 6th man of the year. He played for the Boston Celtics when they didn't even need him, and he's just been playing like an absolute madman for them. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he got the best defense. And Bobby Portis got most improved. And then Steve Kerr, coach of the year. So good job for those guys. Of course, fucking, what's their face? Golden State, still one of the best teams in the league. I don't think any of our players made it all defensive. Victor, man. Victor. Would have been a perfect player for us. But, you know, we decided not to go and pick him up. Kawhi Leonard up there. I don't think any of our players have made it up there, which is kind of a bummer. Oh, there we go. Darius Garland, all rookie team. One of the guards on that team. So he's definitely one of the best rookies up there. And he got picked 7th overall. If you matter of fact, you think that 17 points per game, he played better than fucking RJ Barrett. And that is huge levels of Darius Garland. He really stepped up the table of him playing that great basketball. So that's awesome to see him be able to do that and step up better than fucking RJ Barrett, who was drafted higher than him, which is awesome to see. So standings this year, we were probably one of the worst teams in the NBA with 24 wins, and that definitely does show us we are one of the worst teams in the NBA. But hopefully we can bounce back next year. I'm hoping we can. Player stats for this year, Darius Garland, 17 points per game. He was an absolute monster. Hopefully he could develop more and become more of that beast that we can get him to be. DeAndre Ayton, he's a rebound master. That's what we want him to be, and he was that type of player for us. CJ Miles, another great player. He had a good year for us, but we are going to be replacing him with Furkan Korkmaz. We're going to be replacing him with him as he's developing into a very nice player. I mean, he didn't do that bad this year. He didn't really develop at all. I mean, he's probably playing the exact same amount of minutes. Nicholas Claxton played some games this year, 7.5 points per game. He wasn't too bad for his first year in. And then Lewis King didn't play. Darius Bazley got injured. And then Adam, oh my God, man, we have to wait 2 more years. And this was our first round draft pick, guys. 78 overall. He's a sharpshooter. He's getting better. I mean, he's going to be a guy to seriously look at when he gets into the NBA out of the European League. He's going to be a serious contender. Moritz Wagner, I mean, he did do better rebound-wise this year, which is not too bad. Steals per game, he didn't drop. Moritz Wagner is getting a bit better. His field goal dropped. His 3-point dropped. Everything kind of dropped for Moritz Wagner. Claxton, that's his first year in the NBA. Tyler Jorsey really has stepped up this year. He really became the player that we wanted him to be. But he didn't play very much last year. That's why you're seeing those be like 1,000. Furkan Korkmaz didn't develop very much. Aaron Holiday, he had a really good year this year. He went up by a decimal and almost 2 decimals. Practically 2 decimals in his point per game totals. Went up by that. Run up by rebounds a bit. Assists, it was about the same. He went up in field goal, which is nice, and 3-point percentage. So Aaron Holiday is groping into a very nice point guard for us. So we'll have to see what we all do for next year, because it's going to be a lot of big questions. What do we need to improve on and stuff like that? And plus with the big draft that's coming up here soon, we got James Wiseman, who's estimated to go first overall. A centerman. We don't need a centerman. You got Cole Anthony, who's a point guard. We really don't need a point guard. You got Ochai Agabaji, a fucking shooting guard. Point guard, shooting guard. Maybe if we get one of the higher picks, I'm thinking that we go out and we trade. Now, what do I mean by a trade? You go out and you get someone. Like someone big time. Like we don't need Anthony Edwards. We already have Aaron Holiday, who we've been absolutely loving, and Darius Garland, who we also been loving. Why not go and pick up someone? Maybe trade away Aaron Holiday, pick up that power or point guard that you need. We'll have to see what all happens with the next video in the offseason, because the offseason is going to be really a big deciding factor on what we do on everything. But before we end the video, might as well simulate the playoffs, because, you know, I want to see who wins the NBA championship. See if we can see an upset with the Golden State. Will they lose in the first round? Going back and forth with the Lakers. And they do. The Lakers upset the Golden State Warriors. They do not win this year, which is awesome. But we might see the Cleveland Cavaliers, of course, back in the postseason once again. But we'll go on. Oh, it's the Sixers. Embiid versus LeBron. And LeBron looks like they're going to kick the 76ers ass. And the Lakers, they're going to be in the finals. Oh my God, the Lakers. The Lakers are NBA champions? Lonzo Ball, what the fuck? He was a beast, man. He won the NBA championship. Wow, man. What the fuck went on with him, man? I want to see this shit, man. Where are they? Where are the Lakers? Where are the Lakers? Lakers. What the fuck did they have? DeMarcus Cousins. Oh, shit. Shit. Okay, what did I press? Okay, anyways. Cousins, 22 points per game. They had fucking Cousins, man. He was a beast, the boogie. Kyle Kamaz, 83. Brandon Ingram. Oh, my God, man. And see, this is what they traded away. They traded away Kamaz. They traded away Ingram. They traded away Ball. All the future players that they just won. They just won it in the year that they're supposed to win it, from everyone's what they're saying. And all they did was pick up Cousins. Kamaz was a beast power forward-wise, like 15 points. Up front, they were just monsters. They had Cousins, Kamaz, and Ingram, all those big guys. And then Jarrett Culver, who they picked up last year. Lonzo Ball, who's been playing pretty good. Like, my lord, the fucking Lakers are your NBA champions. Wow, what a year for 2020. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. In the next video, we're going to be hitting the off season. We're going to be going all through it. I'm really excited to see what will happen. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.